Hello everybody. I guess if you build it, they will come. Nintendo announced their February Direct just before I was about to publish my first video, and so that was a little funny. I was literally about to click publish, and I checked Twitter, and there it was. There was the announcement. So yeah, it's very exciting. I'm so excited to be covering this for the first time. So I just wanted to kind of go over my thoughts and expectations for what I think that we might see, and maybe some predictions for some things maybe we don't know about, but I think we have a pretty good idea of what we could see. I was pretty surprised that they announced it yesterday. I figured that they would have announced something on Monday, since Directs are usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I thought, as far as I'm aware, and this is the first one that I'm aware of that has been announced for the night here on the East Coast. We got 5 p.m. is when we're looking for the Direct, so I'm hoping that I can record my reactions to that. I don't think I'm going to stream or anything yet, so if that's something that any of you listening think would be a good idea or you would want me to do, let me know in the comments. But for now, I think I'm just going to record my reaction to it and then upload it afterwards with maybe a little bit of post discussion. Well, with all that intro stuff out of the way, I wanted to start with some things that I maybe am not too personally excited or have a lot to say about, but things that I know that we will definitely see. So the first things, obviously, that I would be surprised if Nintendo didn't at least mention was Kirby Return to Dreamland coming out on February 24th, and also Octopath 2 coming out February 24th. I assume that there will be a demo for Octopath 2. I tried playing the demo for Triangle Strategy, and I just don't think it was for me. So if there's a demo, I'll try it out and see if it's something I could get into, but I'm not too sure. And then I've never been too big into Kirby, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe they do a demo for that as well. I believe they have done demos for Kirby, so I'm not really sure if that's a possibility or not. And then on March 17th, we have that Bayonetta Origins game, so I'm sure they'll mention that as well. I'm also expecting to see some DLC at this Direct. I think we'll get the Xenoblade 3 Wave 3, I believe, for the DLC. I'm sure that'll get a date, and then, of course, we'll get a Mario Kart Wave. I think that they've been doing these pretty much at every Direct. I think the roadmap goes through 2023 when they announced it, so I expect to see that as well. I've actually been really liking the Mario Kart DLCs. I think they've been really good so far for the most part. Obviously, you got some stinkers. Some of them are more bland than others, but I've really enjoyed it. All right, so now we get into some of the deeper stuff that I'm more excited about personally. I think we either get new N64 games, or we maybe get a new system, maybe Game Boy Advance. I don't know. I really hope that they, if they do give us Game Boy, I hope that they also give us Game Boy Advance. I think Game Boy is not as big of a deal as the Game Boy Advance, in my opinion. I think it would be pretty disappointing. What I would really like to see is Game Boy for base NSO. I think that would work really well, and then Advance for the expansion pack members. I think that would be acceptable to most people. I think that wouldn't really get them in trouble with a lot of their other decisions that they've made. With NSO, I think most people are kind of annoyed with them, but I think if they gave the base package the Game Boy, I think that would kind of help their public image with that whole situation. And then obviously we would love to have Game Boy Advance games, and I mean, who doesn't want Game Boy Advance games? I think that would be amazing. I kind of feel like they might not give us any more N64 games. I know there are a few that people are asking for, but the last Direct had kind of a extended out map for the game that they're planning to release into 2023. So we don't know if that means that's all for 2023. I think there were 4 or 5 games total. Yeah, okay. At the last Direct, they announced Mario Party 3, Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2, 1080 snowboarding, and Excitebike 64. Those were coming out in 2023. I don't believe any of those have dropped yet, so maybe we'll get some dates for that, but I kind of don't expect them to put anything else on unless they give us some kind of surprise, but I kind of don't think so. I kind of think that they're just about done updating the N64 library, so I guess we'll see what happens with that. The whole Game Boy thing might be wishful thinking, but you gotta shoot for the stars with these things. And so next up we have the Mario movie coming out in April. I feel like we might see some kind of extended trailer. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say if they do something in a big direct. I know they announced the cast in the direct, but I think they've had their own separate kind of movie direct. So I don't know. Maybe they show us something more. They dropped that like 30-second Cat Mario teaser onto YouTube and Twitter just the other day. So I don't know. Maybe we see some, maybe we don't. There have also been some rumors of a Mario baseball game. I'm not sure how valid those are. I really can't say. I have no insider information, obviously. So I don't know. I mean, I could see them doing something like that, unless they were trying to update Nintendo Switch Sports with baseball, which they haven't yet. So I don't know. That might be kind of a conflation. I'm not sure if one of those kind of cancels the other one out, or if they do both. I'm not really sure. But yeah, and then there was also those old DK rumors from like a year ago. Do you remember those? They like the Mario Odyssey team, I think, was making a new DK game. So maybe that had some validity. Maybe they reveal that here. I don't really know. I haven't really heard too many rumors besides the baseball game, and I just remember the old DK rumors, and people were saying maybe it was 3D because it was the Odyssey team, and no, it was 2D. So we still haven't heard anything, and that's been over a year, I think, at this point, that since we started hearing about that. So maybe they show that here. Maybe they finally give us some new DK. It's been a while since Tropical Freeze. Speaking of old rumors from last year, what about all that Metroid Prime remaster? First it was the Metroid Prime trilogy, then it was just the first one, and it was kind of more of a ground up remake or rebuild. I'm not really sure, but I think that it's time for all this Metroid stuff to come out. I think Dread did pretty well. I don't think it changed the Metroid series, but I think that it met expectations. I hope, and I think the game was phenomenal. But I really think that it's time for Metroid. I don't think that's just wishful thinking. I would be a little surprised if we didn't see it. I mean, obviously you can't really be too surprised if they don't. It's been so long, but yeah, I really think it's time. I think it's time that they say something. They announced the restart of development just 4 years ago, so I mean, it's been long enough time. I think that we're ready to hear something, either teaser, just anything more than just the logo announcement that they had back in 2017, I believe. But yeah, I really think that it's time for Metroid. I think that we're gonna see it. Supposedly Prime 4 has like a battle pass or something that I've been hearing, so that kind of makes me a little bit nervous, but yeah, I mean, at least that maybe means that we're close to seeing it, if we're hearing those kind of talks about how it's got some kind of online component. Maybe that could be really cool. I think that would really help the Switch to kind of broaden its horizons a little bit with maybe a first-person shooter. And even though I'm not really too crazy about first-person shooters, I would definitely give Prime 4 a try. And like I said, I don't really know too much about the whole battle pass thing. I'm not sure how that kind of stuff really would work for Metroid, but I guess we'll see. And then another game we got coming out hopefully this year is Pikmin 4. I don't know, a lot of people seem to think that they're going to delay it. They didn't really show us very much at the last Direct, but I don't know. I think we might see it. I think all the talks about, Nintendo doesn't really have anything big after Tears of the Kingdom, and all the talks about the new generation coming out soon. I wouldn't be surprised if we see it. I think we might see it. I mean, Pikmin fans are used to waiting a while, so you never know. But yeah, I mean, I think we could see it. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so now we get to the real nitty gritty. Um, I think that Silksong is Silksong might be more exciting for me than Tears of the Kingdom. I'm saving Tears of the Kingdom for last because that's another thing that I think we can really be confident in seeing today. Um, I really think that Silksong. I don't want to get my hopes up. I've been burned in the past, but I really think that we might see it here. I think that based on the Xbox showcase from last year, it's got to be from between now and June. So it's got to come out. And I think if they want to show it at a Nintendo Direct, this is the last time. And if not, then I doubt that we'll see it at a Nintendo Direct. They might just, I don't know, Team Cherry might just drop it, just release it one day with no warning. I don't think they would do that necessarily. I think that might literally break the internet. But yeah, Hollow Knight, just real quick, Hollow Knight is probably my favorite game of all time. I've played it for hundreds of hours. I'm not very good, but I have 100% of the game multiple times. Yeah, Silksong, I've just been every indie direct, I've just been burned. There was one direct a few years ago where at the end of the indie direct they even said something about bugs, and I lost my mind. And then it wasn't it wasn't even Silksong. I don't even remember what it was. I have to look back and find it. But yeah, I feel confident that we will see Silksong. I don't know. Maybe they even start the direct with it. That would be okay with me. I'm so just waiting for it. I want to give Team Cherry all the time that they need. I think just let them keep going, growing the game. I think, like they said even a few years ago, the game just kept expanding and getting bigger and bigger. So I'm just so excited to see what they've come up with and how it's changed the formula, added new things, and yeah, this is probably, it's right up there with Zelda. I'm not going to say it's more hype than Zelda for me, but it's definitely up there. Those two are kind of neck and neck, and I mean, if those both come out this year, this will be a pretty great year of gaming for me, in my opinion. You know, I'm tired of busting out that clown outfit and getting my hopes up, but I think this is the one, and I have thought that at basically every other one, but yeah, I'm hoping to retire the old clown costume and just be done waiting. And so that brings us to Tears of the Kingdom, a obviously pretty safe bet to see. The game comes out in May. The only way that we don't really see anything at this direct is if they announce a separate Tears of the Kingdom direct. I kind of think that they're just going to show it here. I think that this is going to be the full big reveal, and I don't really know how I feel about a reveal. I think Breath of the Wild was one of those games that the more blind you went into it, the better. So I don't really know how much I want to see, how much I need to see. I'm definitely getting it. I don't think anybody needs to see anything. But there's no way that they would just drop Tears of the Kingdom with the information that we currently have. They're going to have to do something. There's no way they would just release it with how little information we have. But I don't know how much I really want to know. I think the game looks like it's going to be really good. I think a lot of people are worried for not very good reasons, in my opinion. I think that there's nothing really to worry about. I think the game is going to be amazing. Yeah, I'm hoping to make a separate video, hopefully soon after the full reveal, hopefully today. And just kind of going into my hopes for the game as well, what I expect. But that video will be coming out soon after we get some of this more information. Hopefully a new trailer, maybe even a gameplay treehouse type of deal. We'll see, but I'm really excited for it. I think that the game's going to be great. I already called off of work that day. I've got everything kind of planned out. I'm going to spend that whole weekend playing Tears of the Kingdom, so I'm excited. Obviously, Breath of the Wild was a huge game for me. It's the first game most of us played with our Switches, and yeah, I mean it's great. I can't wait to play it and see what the team has kind of spent all this time doing. It's been so long since even the DLC came out. I think it has a lot of hype around it, and unfortunately, with all the time that's passed, a lot of that hype has kind of died down. That's why I said in my Silk Song segment that Silk Song is right there with Tears of the Kingdom, which may sound kind of crazy to some people, but you can only stay hyped for Tears of the Kingdom for so long when they don't really give us any information. They don't really shovel anything out, and it's just been so long. It's hard to maintain that level of hype. And plus, I haven't played Breath of the Wild in a long time now, so hopefully I'll get to replay Breath of the Wild before Tears of the Kingdom comes out. That's kind of my plan, and maybe make a video about that as well, just kind of a retrospective of how things have changed in my mind since playing Breath of the Wild for the first time. But yeah, I mean, I think we can expect to see Tears of the Kingdom. Obviously, I think we're gonna get a full reveal, maybe some more bits of the story. Hopefully, not too much, and hopefully they leave a little bit up for discovery when we actually get the game. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it and seeing what they show. Well, I think that just about does it. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the direct. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Like I said, I'll be recording my reaction to it. Like I'm not going to be streaming, but I will post that afterwards, and maybe even, like I said, do a little bit of post reflections on the direct. So yeah, look forward to seeing that. Subscribe for more. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I'm really looking forward to growing the channel. So thanks for sticking along for the ride. You have a good day.